Alrighty, how is everyone doing? Welcome on back to another episode of the Dead by Daylight Killers, and today we are doing what's above my head, the artist, the old crow bird woman. They call her Crow Ho and a bunch of other things around here, but other names that we won't say. But she is the woman with the birds, nonetheless. I'm gonna break down with all she does because there's a lot to break down with this woman. So let's get in on the gameplay and we'll talk about it all right now. Alrighty, welcome on back. The artist. She does not look like this, by the way, when you first get her. That's a lot of DLC right there. But these are the 3 perks that she has: Hex Pimento, Grim Embrace, and Scourge Hook Pain Renaissance. Let's read through all these. A little bit of reading. You see the aurora of destroyed totems. You can perform a ritual on the destroyed totem to rekindle it as a hex totem for Hex Pimento. For each hex totem activate at the same time, Hex Pimento gains an additional effect. 1 totem decreases survivors' repair speed by 30%. 2 totems is the healing speed by 30%. And by the way, these stack against each other. 3 hex totems decrease survivors' recovery speed from being down by 30%. 4 decreases the survivor's exit opening speed by 30%, and all 5. All totems are blocked by the entity, so it has all of those decreases, and you can guess. Grim Embrace. Each time a survivor is hooked for the first time, you gain a token. Upon reaching 4 tokens, Grim Embrace activates. The entity blocks all generators for 40 seconds. The Obsession's Aurora is revealed to you for 5 seconds. Scourge Hook. Pain Renaissance. At the start of a trial, up to 4 random hooks are changed into Scourge Hooks. You see the auroras in white. You start the trial with 4 tokens. The first time each survivor is hooked on Scourge Hook loses 1 token, and the generator with the most progression explodes, instantly losing 25% progress, and will start to regress. Once you have no tokens, Pain Renaissance deactivates for the rest of the trial. Okay, so that's 1 down. That's all of the perks. That's all the perks right there. So Pimento is going to help. They'll all help us in some sort of way. But now on to the artist's power. Why we call her the bird hoe, the crow hoe, whatever you want to call her today. This is why. Press and hold the power button to charge Birds of Torment. Once fully charged, tap the attack button to summon a dire crow. You can repeat this action quickly by continuously holding down the power button and tapping the attack button again. When the last dire crow is summoned, it stays idle for a limited time. Spawning a new dire crow will extend the time the previously spawned dire crow stays idle. Tap the ability button to propel the dire crows into flight. Dire crows can inflict damage for a short distance when flying. This is indicated to the killer by the dire crow's flight path. Once the dire crow continues past the flight path, it will no longer inflict damage, but can now pass through obstacles and reveal nearby survivors using killer instinct. In this phase, dire crows will create a swarm around the survivors they hit, allowing the killer to see the swarm's aurora on the survivor. The survivor can repel the swarm by completing the repel action and entering a locker, I should say. During this time, this swarm's aurora is not shown to the killer. Okay. So you shoot birds across the map. We're just going to put this in easier terms for everyone. You'll put out 3 crows. You can aim them. Wherever you aim them, they're going to shoot a direct line. Where they hit is where they stick. So if you shoot them at a generator, somebody's working on a generator, they hit that survivor, then birds are all around that survivor. They have to repel them to get it off. If they cannot get it off because you're chasing them and you shoot it again at them, you will down them. So you can use them as an attack. You can hit them, and then you can shoot the crow at them to knock them down. You can hit them twice with the crows, knock them down. Either or, you can literally use the birds to knock them down at a far distance. You don't have to actually hit them. you can use the birds to do that. So yeah, that's why she gets her name so much, from the bird hoe and bird crow hoe and all them other names that they call her that deals with anything that deals with birds, literally. I personally believe this person, I know everyone's going to be hassling me about this, but I've said this for a long time now. This woman should have DLC of Home Alone. Remember that bird woman that was in the park? Why? I would love to have a skin like that, just to run around like her, whipping birds. But let's get in on the gameplay and see if we can get that 4K. Let's get in it. Here we go, the Pale Rose with the artist on my favorite map, the Swamp. No, I'm just joking. That is not my favorite map. Not in the least. It's probably my #1 most hated map. But that is the crows. As you can see, the straight line, where you point them is where they shoot. And when they hit someone, as you can see the bird aurora around the survivor. So you can run right to them and hit them. Unless they are already injured, then you can just, well, I guess it works both ways. You can put out the birds still and hit them down. So, either or. You can keep throwing your birds out and trying to hit them if you want, and injure them and then knock them down that way. If not, then you can chase them down and try to hit them yourself. But the good part about this woman is, as you can see, across the map. The birds go all the way across the map. You can easily see people. So as you can see, the Scourge Hooks are out there. You can see them by the lit up white hooks. But that's the good thing about the old bird woman here, is you're able to shoot the birds across the map to be able to stop them working on generators, and you'll be able to knock them down quicker that way. If you get really good at shooting those birds, it could be a very fast video game. I have seen people fly through matches with this woman who are really good at shooting the birds across the map. It is very, very doable. Every time I look at her hand and everything, like, the only person that comes to mind every time is Venom. And I don't know why. But that's who I think of. I think of Venom. From Spider-Man. As you can see, they were all working really good as a team. I kind of figured that really quickly whenever I looked to my left and seen all the names. I was like, yeah, I know why they're really good together. So I was like, well, I think I gotta step up the game now. Bloodlust kicking in and knocking old Steve down. Oh, Steve. The babysitter. No flashlights. They just up and disappeared, like in 5 seconds, see? Gone. I knew they were gonna come back, though. That's why I just waited with the birds. And then when I knocked her down, like, the first thing, and we've seen it through this whole entire series that I've done, boil over. Through this whole entire series of the killers that I have done, I think I probably can guarantee that, like, every other game that I have done with the killer, someone has ran boil over. I have dealt with boil over so much going through all these killers. I still don't think that there is like a top, and there's Pimento right there, as you've seen, rebuilding the totem. I thought they were going to be on the other side, but that isn't the thing. So as you can see, they had one generator left to do. The problem is, when you have one generator left to do with the artist, it's pretty easy at this point with 3 gens left to shoot the birds right at those gens. So that's one thing you gotta remember when you're versing against the artist, is when you hit those last 3 gens, you better hope they're far apart, because if they're not far apart, you're gonna have a very, very bad problem. I was like, well, I guess that other person gave up trying to flashlight all the time. You're pretty much seeing right now how much of a nuisance the artist can be at the end when you only have one generator left. It can get very, very annoying. I have no idea why she came over. I really don't. And nobody was working on the gens then. Take him down into the old basement. Hook him on up. 2 left now. You only got 1 gen to do. But the problem is the birds. And that's why I said that it could get very annoying. Personally, I have been obviously Survivor too much in my life to know myself how annoying it can be. So now, the biggest problem with this game is the end game here with 2 people. You obviously got to knock one down and go for the other one, because the map is so big. And when you got a big map like this, there ain't no way you're gonna make it to the other side to get to a hatch. There ain't no way. Game ain't that quick for you to run across. So big maps like this, you really don't have a choice. You got to play it like this. Plus, this map is like one of my least favorite maps ever. I wish they would update this map, but they have yet to do it. They've updated a bunch of other maps, but not this one. I didn't even notice, but I think that person was right there and I didn't even see him. Did you guys see a glimpse of a person that was hiding in them weeds? I think there was one. I think she was right there. I think. I don't know for positive because it went really quickly, so. But I was like, was she standing right there in the weeds? And I didn't even see. More than likely. Because if you're wearing gray and you're sitting in these weeds right here, yeah, I'm not going to see you. And Lori, one of her clothes is all grayish. So... And that was all she wrote then. Once I knew where everything was. Watch this. And that shows you right there that you can use the birds to attack. And there we go. A 4 up, a 4 down. With the artist. That was a pretty good team. The perks that come with the artist are... Bring her on over here. I can't believe they all had purple perks, too. It's crazy. Hex Pimento. And then we got Grim Embrace. And last but not least, Scourge Hook Pain Renaissance. So thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit the like on the video, and a notification on the little bell so you know when the next videos come out. And you all have a great rest of your day. And I am out of here. Have a good one.